Hey everyone, welcome to another Meat Banana optical devlog. This week we are focused entirely on Holosun. So, starting off, we've got a couple pistol optics here and our trusty module Glock, so let's get right into it. Up first, we have the SCS MOS. This is designed specifically for milled Glock slides. As you can see, the little cuts in the optic there. This has a 32 MOA circle dot reticle, and it is solar powered. So out here in the daylight, it's pretty bright, but in darker scenes, that reticle will dim. Couple options here. No color or illumination control since this is solar, but we have, still need to fix this, but everything's 32 MOA circle dot, but we've got a 2 MOA dot, then just the circle, and then the combined circle dot. So let's go ahead, take a couple shots with this. Very nice. So that is the SCS MOS. Moving on to something a little bit more striking, we have the 507 comp. This is an absolutely massive window, great for your high-paced competitive shooting. As you can see, you can almost co-witness with standard Glock sights, which is pretty exciting. But this has so many options packed into it. We can choose between green or red coloration. Let's go for red. And we can also control our illumination from the side, of course. We even have, if we cycle through here, a couple night vision settings. Let's keep it on 6 for now and get into the reticles. We have a boatload of reticles. We have the 2 MOA dot, the 8 MOA circle, 20 MOA circle, 32 MOA circle, 8 MOA circle dot, 20 MOA circle dot, 32 MOA circle dot, and then a combined 32 and 8 MOA circle with the 2 MOA dot in the center. Absolutely crazy. Let's stick with the 8 MOA circle dot for now, since this is nice and large and pretty fast. This sight is crazy. I like it. Super comfortable, super compact, yet large at the same time. Anyways, moving on from pistol dots, let's get into the Holosun AEMS. This has a 65 MOA circle dot, 2 MOA dot, and 65 MOA circle reticle option. Brightness can, of course, be controlled on the side. And it has a couple of flip caps if you want to adjust the amount of tint that's kind of going on with your optic there. We do have a couple mount options for the AEMS. So let's start with the Leap 1.93 inch, the Leap 11 here. I really enjoy this 1.93 optical height. I think it's quite comfortable. Upgrading from that, we have the Unity Fast Mount. This brings things up to a staggering 2.26 inches. And to pair with that, we have our HM3X, and let's put that on our Unity Fast riser here, and now we can really see that reticle and stretch out to distance. Oh, I got a ricochet there. That was impressive. Flip to center for your close range shots. So that is the Holosun AEMS. Interesting, bulky red dot sight. Now, the true pièce de résistance of this devlog will be the Holosun DRSTH. Now, at first glance, this is just a red dot sight. Much like the AEMS, it has several illumination options, reticle options as well, the 2 MOA 65 circle combo. But where this really gets interesting is when you hit the power button up top. You can see we now have this additional reticle and all sorts of visual noise. So I'm going to close this front cap, and we can still see what's going on out there. Let's bring this all the way back and get a bit closer. That's right, this is a combined thermal and red dot combo. So let's go ahead and turn our illumination completely off on the red dot and just get our thermal image. So this thing is also jam-packed with features. Let's start by going through all of our thermal profiles. So we have our green hot here. We have a highlight, which just kind of blows everything out, in my opinion. We then have the overlay, thermal overlay, which looks great. This is absolutely intended to be used with the front cap down, so you can get a combined either red dot or just thermal reticle with overlay. Really cool look. And of course we have black hot. Let's see here. This also has a thermal digital zoom. So as we can see, that SOSIG's a little bit far away, but we can zoom in 3x and 5x. And as you may notice, the BDC hash marks on the reticle adjust as well. Speaking of the reticle, we have 3 reticle options. A 308, which is what we'll spawn with on the DRSTH, the 223, and an MOA with 10 and 20 MOA subtensions there. Let's stick with 223 for now, and we can cycle through 1x, 2x, or 1x, 3x, and 5x on that as well. Let's see here. What other features do we have? Of course, we have some brightness settings, 3 brightness settings. One, which is dark, which I believe is more intended for combined red dot use, and brightness 3. So let's go ahead and let's take this thing out to distance on perhaps an overlay setting, just so we can confirm that BDC reticle. That first subtension is 300 meters. So if we... you know what? Let's put a magnifier behind this and really take this thing out to distance. There we go. Oh, we can see that reticle so much clearer now. So, I believe it's... Where's this calibrated to? 200 meters? 200 yards at first? Oh, I'm not hitting anything right now. What's going on here? Maybe let's bring this down to 1x and then magnify it. That might be a little bit better. There we go. Oh, of course. Out of ammo. Alright, let's take that 300 meter hold. Boom. There we go. Today is not a marksman day. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's put this back on green hot. Goodness gracious, so many settings. Ah, that's because I'm on the red dot. Bring this back to green hot. There we go. And observe our poor SOSIG friend. As you can see, there's a SOSIG way out in the distance, but we're not picking him up on thermal. The DRSTH has a thermal range of about 190 meters, It's a 1024 by 768 display, and its thermal core is like 256 by 192. It's really not the best thermal on the market, but it does have a it's got about a 60 hertz refresh rate, which when you're playing at 90 hertz or even higher, the 60 is just a little bit jarring. There's our Sosig friend again. Anyways, that is everything for this devlog. As we kind of continue to emphasize various manufacturers, hopefully we'll see an array from Leupold next. Anyways, that's all I've got for you this week. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.